Everybody to flight 759. No smoking, a seatbelt light. We have a short flight to Vancouver. It's pretty smooth going throughout the whole trip.
Yeah, well, how'd we end up here? The rest is history, I guess.
I was in the Army twice. I had a big break in service, and after 9/11, I wanted to get back into it and definitely miss out on those.
Yeah. Well, now you have like a whole setup. You know, you've got all your animals, you have your ducks and your horse and
Chickens.
yeah, and your chickens. And now, so what's it like now being like, how long has it been since you've been with somebody now?
How long's it been since I've been in a relationship?
You're really?
I don't even know. A long time. And I sit down and order a beer, and then some girl comes out of nowhere.
Shut up. Okay, shut it.
She was an attractive girl, and like I said, she it seemed like a really outgoing personality too. It was really, just fun even just talking to her until I looked down at her feet and then
Day 5.
Welcome back, you guys, to episode 4 of Christmas 2025. I'm very happy that you're here with me today. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. I'm Christina. This is Christina from Scratch, where I share all of my shopping finds. And I'm now going to start implementing decorating videos onto my channel as we move forward. I'm very excited. This is the first year on this channel that I think I've done any formal decorating videos, so I'm very excited. We will be moving here shortly too, so you will see me in a different location probably after the spring, so just get ready for that. So next year, Christmas 2026 will be in a different location, but for now I am enjoying where we are and making the best of it, and I'm having so much fun decorating. I'm challenged for sure because this house is pretty empty. We still need quite a bit, and it's been kind of exhausting for me. For those of you that don't know, I am in my 50s. I am currently staying with my elderly mother, who I am trying to keep in good spirits, just in general, because she doesn't really care for the house, and I've been doing my best to try to make it as festive as I can. I'm very into Christmas. We don't have a very large circle, but Christmas decorating always makes me happy, and I try to do the best I can. So I'm not going to say that I'm any kind of designer or any kind of high-end anything here on the socials, but I do what I can, so hopefully you'll enjoy my personal style. And also, if there's any ideas or anything you think might look cute in my house, please feel free to comment and share your thoughts and let me know what you think of my decorating for Christmas 2025. And if there's anything you think I can add or tweak that will make it look cuter or more like sort of in style, that's totally fine too. My natural style, in my opinion, is more like I'm vintage, you guys. I'm vintage. I'm just old school in general, so I see the fads and I see the trends, and I try not to fall victim to them because, trends they come and go. But I'm very interested in like vintage decor, like old style Christmas, old fashioned Christmas, 80s, 90s. I'm really into that, but I'm also very into modern as well. And so I don't know how to implement or mix those two. So I watch a lot of creators that do kind of both. And then I just am trying to find my feet with making things look cute, girl. Because, styling in general, you're not going to find that on my channel because I just don't know how. So I always ask for anyone that's watching the videos to share your thoughts. Anywhere you think is weird or positioned in the house, please let me know. Because one thing I do want to say, though, is when I share my armoire for Christmas 2025, just understand something. Just so you know from the baseline, if this is the first time you're finding my channel, I have a very large antique armoire that I'm going to be painting black before Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and decorate it. It's currently like a very deep matte gray. I don't know what the obsession is with gray in people, but this thing, someone painted it gray. I don't know why they painted it gray, but they did. They should have painted it black because it would have looked really elegant and beautiful black. But with that said, I just want to let you know before you see me decorate it, because I'm going to do the best I can. I also want to let you know that a lot of the decorations that you see and everything I'm sharing with you here today from Hobby Lobby is going to be kind of just working around what my mom owns and what I'm trying to do as a person that is living with an older person, I'm trying to honor what my mom likes. My mom is very old school. She's 78 years old, and she loves crafty and cutesy and loud and colors. She's not into style. She's not into all that stuff that goes on socials. So when you're here on my channel, I just kind of want to make light of that I have to honor what my mom likes. I want her to feel happy, and I want her to be in a good mood. I don't want her to not enjoy her surroundings because she doesn't like the style. So what we did was we went through her things before I went to Hobby Lobby tonight, because this is a Hobby Lobby haul. So I'm just kind of laying out the baseline of what everything you're going to see right now is related to. So we're starting over with furniture. And so with that said, we have an electric fireplace coming here in the next couple of weeks. We've tried to get this electric fireplace TV stand in the home prior to today. And I don't know, we just waited. I mean, there's really no reason why we shouldn't have had it before now. But with that said, it still has to be put together. So I have to call one of my sons to come over and put it together, because I put together a lot of the furniture, but I think one of my sons putting it together would probably be a better fit, because it's got that heating aspect to it. But with this armoire, it's about 13.5 feet high. It's beautiful. It's going to look really pretty black, way better than the gray. And I'll show you the before and after when we do that. But what I thought about doing is I thought about just decorating it for the sake of the holidays and getting that video out and then showing you the difference by the time Christmas comes. Like, I wanted to decorate it gray, and then I'm going to be decorating it black, and then you can tell me what you like the best. I would love to make it a natural wood in the future. I really would. But I just want to let you know, when you do see me decorate it, whether it be, very shortly here or even after into the holidays, Vlogmas, it has to go in the corner. A lot of people have said to me, why haven't you put the armoire in the middle of the room, facing the room? Like maybe using it as a TV stand? And we can't because it's too deep. It's not the size of the actual armoire, because it looks like a hutch, obviously. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's not the width of it, and it's not the height of it. It's the depth. So when you put it against the wall in the middle of the living room, it sticks out so far that it looks weird. Because it's just coming out too far. I mean, I'm serious. It comes out really far. And so the only place we could put it was in a corner. And the corner by the stairs was really the only sensible place to put it because of its size. So if any of you guys see this and go, wow, it's awkward, it's to the side, you can't really see, I agree with you. But there's really no other place we can put it. There really isn't. Because even if we decided to put it here in the dining room, we do have a little bit of an open space wall before you come into the kitchen, or even over here on this wall. I mean, I've shared it with it before. It would just stick out. I mean, it would stick out like this monster is like 37 inches deep or something. I mean, it's crazy deep, and it looks weird. So I just kind of want to give you guys that heads up. So when you do see me decorate it, it's just going to have to stay in the corner, you guys. I'm sorry. I do need to put some puck lights in it though. So there's going to be lights inside of it. I'll have to order those from, Amazon or Temu or somewhere like that. But I also will be using, point of me having such a long intro, we're going to be using vintage old school decorations. These are going to be decorations my mom has collected. They're not going to be modern. They're not going to be from Walmart. They're not going to be from Target. They're going to be from my mom's own collection. So I just kind of want to give you guys a heads up when you're looking at this brand new house and looking at some of the decorations we're using, because it is old school in a modern home, if that makes sense. And I have to do that because my mom is already 78 and she wants to see the things that she's accumulated over time, and that makes her happy, and I want to make her happy. So I just kind of want to give you guys that heads up. All right. That's enough talking. Let's go ahead and roll the intro and get right into today's video. So thank you so much for listening, and let's get started. first things I got was this, and I went down the gingerbread aisle. There was absolutely nothing gingerbread, nothing. And so I got this throw pillow to go on the accent chair with the Nutcracker. Now, if you saw my if you saw my Target haul, which I was in the same outfit, you saw that I picked up the Nutcracker from Target, which is a little bit more brown. I explained that nowadays they're going a little bit like more deep, like almost like cinnamon, sort of that, I don't know, it's just a very caramely brown, if that makes sense. And so this was a little bit different, and it also is a little bit brighter. So let me go ahead and grab the other one and I'll show you what it looks like. Because if this does not go, I will take this back. So this is the Nutcracker accent pillow I got from Target, and this is the gingerbread that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now they do have a gingerbread that goes with this, so let me know which one you like better. Do you like this gingerbread? I mean, I'm not going to return this one at all, but what I'm saying is this has a gingerbread that pairs up with it, and this was just a random find that I found at Hobby Lobby. So I don't know why, but I felt like maybe a mixture would be better, just because I have both in my kitchen. I have, you know, the glittery kind of collection from Hobby Lobby from over the years, and they still have them. They even have them, like right now, they're advertising them everywhere. And then Target came up with this new kind of darker thing they've been doing over the last couple of years. So let me know if you don't think these mesh, then I probably will order the gingerbread that goes to this, and I'll probably just add that to my Target order. I filmed a Target video earlier tonight, and I can just take this back because now that I look at it, I wonder if this is just better, you know, rather than this guy. Because see how bright he is? And I really like the fact that this is very simple and his buttons are just black. So to be honest, I think I'll probably just order the gingerbread from this. But let me know. I mean, I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Do you like this guy? The thing I don't like about gingerbreads like this is they always make the greens and the reds so freaking neon, and I don't know why they do that. Maybe that's a traditional thing, I'm not quite sure, but I love this pillow in general, but I just don't love the accents on it. So I'll probably just order the gingerbread that goes to this guy. But let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, next up I got a mat, which is new for this year because they didn't have these last year. I got one for the floor for us here in the kitchen. They didn't have like a long one. I wish when they do these rugs that they would do long ones, but they don't. They only do like the one that's real wide that you're supposed to put over. Like, you know how you put this one outside or wherever, and then you put like a smaller one on top of it. But this was the pattern that they had. These are on sale for $5, so I should have got more, but I just got one for now, and we'll see how it works out. But this is the one that I got for the kitchen. Okay, so before I go on to the next item, I just want to let you know that if you do use the rug that I was just showing you anywhere in your kitchen or anything like that, please know that it is not slip proof. So if you're like me and you're using it by the kitchen and you're putting a non-slip mat on top of it, just know that if you so happen to do anything around wherever you put it in the kitchen on your wood floor, it will slide because it's not made for inside. So it seems. It's more made for like outside. So I just kind of really want to emphasize that. I only am doing that because I have someone over 70 in my home. So I want to just make sure. And she tends to, you know, kind of be a little clumsy here and there. I am too, but I just noticed that sometimes she really doesn't pay attention a lot when she's walking around. And so I don't know if this is going to work here. I put it in front of the kitchen, and I put a non-slip mat that I got last year from Hobby Lobby. It's a hot cocoa one. I didn't see a non-slip gingerbread one, so I'll have to maybe when I go back in there again, or maybe I'll look on the website and see if they have one, but I didn't see that. So I just saw the cloth one, so I just kind of want to really make it known if you guys have not seen these. I mean, obviously if you shopped at Hobby Lobby all the time, then you know what they sell around Christmas time, or you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the oversized cloth mat. I don't know what it's made out of, or I would refer to the material that it's made out of, but just know that if you're going to double it up in the kitchen in the inside and not use it at your front door, it is going to slip. So just please be mindful of that, because if you have someone in your home like I do that's over 70, just be very, very careful, because I don't want her to fall. All right, moving on. The next thing I got, which I didn't realize that I got these at Hobby Lobby, was these fake candy canes. I was just talking about that tonight too, because I ordered a bunch of boxes of candy canes from Walmart because I have these fake candy canes on here as well, but I want to show you the difference. It's so funny like how things change over time, because I have bought these candy canes before, I guess at I might have got these at Walmart, I'm not sure, but these are the ones from Hobby Lobby. But I want to show you the difference between the candy canes from today in 2025 versus the candy canes in the past. So isn't that different? Look at that. Well, also they're bigger, but I will tell you, the ones that are made in 2025, although they're bigger, are flimsy. And like if they fall, they're going to break. I mean, this one is much more hefty. It's like made so much better. So I just kind of wanted to share with you the difference. I think I got these at Walmart. I want to say I got these at Walmart. And these, again, are from Hobby Lobby. So very, very, very different texture, very different make. And this one is bigger, but this one's better. These will last longer. So very interesting in my opinion. I don't like to move things because I always forget how they went. Okay. I think that's right. Or no. I always forget how I do it. I think that's the way I had it. I don't remember. Anyway, so I got some candy canes, but that's okay because the larger they are, the better, because I'm going to be using these on the 9-foot tree. And so the fact that they are a little bigger is actually helpful. So you do get, so these were on sale. They were $12.99, I think, but they were 50% off. So they ended up being, I don't know, $6 something, and you get a lot. You get, oh, they were $13.99 on sale, 50% off. So that makes them $6.99, I guess. And there are, let me just tell you how many are in here. 48 pieces. So that's pretty, so we got 80 pieces for $15. So not bad. Let's just hope that when they hit the ground, they don't shatter, okay? Because these, I've dropped these before and they don't even budge. But these right here are paper thin, so just be mindful when you're decorating with them, if you do decorate with them. Or if you put them on your mantle, you put them on your garland in your kitchen, whatever, just make sure that you understand that if they fall. That's why normally, you guys, I usually always just use real candy because it's just a lot more durable. I mean, they do break, yes, but they're still, they're heavier and they're easier to maneuver, in my opinion. So I know lighter seems like it would work better, but I just feel like real candy works better. Okay, so I did get 2 of those. So that's what's in this. That's what's in this bag. All right, and then moving on to the next thing. All right, so I got these just because remember how I told you that I was telling you like what colors they had in gift sets, like not gift sets, but like they had these bulb sets, you know, at Hobby Lobby. They were like cream brown. It wasn't a brown though. It was like a gingerbread brown, if that makes sense. And I was looking for chocolate brown, like deep, dark brown. They didn't have that. And then they had like a sparkly midnight blue, and they had like a really soft, it was a matte blue, but it just didn't go. And in addition, I've always used kind of like snowflakes as fillers. So I decided to keep these. So when I do the tree, these are like real sparkly. I know they're really hard to see, but these are sparkly. They're just snowflakes. These were $7.99 on sale, but I highly recommend using these because if you need fillers, these work really well. But this is the only blue thing I have right now, so kind of was a bust. I don't know. I don't think I should take them back because I need blue for the guest room, so I just feel like they were worth $3. So I'd probably go ahead and keep them, but I am going to order the flocked ornaments. And in the future episode, whatever next episode I do, I'll tell you where I ended up getting the flocked ornaments. Right now I'm on the hunt. I mean, I was in the car trying to find them, seeing if there was a store I could go to, and they're sold out everywhere. So flocked ornaments did not work out for me. All right, moving on. I did get a lot of kind of ceramic things. So these were on sale 50% off, and they were only $2, and I just couldn't pass them up. They were so cute. They're like these, they're not even salt shakers. They're just mini gingerbread decor. Those are so cute, and I got 2 of them. So I just thought those were really cute. And for $2, you can't beat that. So I'm going to put them in my little village right here. They're just so cute. I can't handle it. They're just so damn cute. I could put them in my, what's it called? My little, it's not a cloche, it's a cake stand. But I went ahead and decorated the cake stand because I don't have any cloches. Okay, so what I was on the hunt for was salt shakers. I couldn't find any. But I did go ahead and get this. I was looking for 2 of these and the lady was walking around the store with me trying to help me find one. But I couldn't let it go, you guys. It's too cute. I'll go back and see if I can find another one. But I saw this and I just couldn't stand it. I had to get it. I was looking for 2 because they kind of look like salt shakers, but they're so adorable. And it's just one. They were they're regularly $4.99 and this was like, I don't know, $1.99 I guess. So too cute to not, get. But again, very different, with my gingerbread, it seems like I have a bunch of different kinds now, like a bunch of different kinds of styles of gingerbread. They keep changing them, Anyway, also I got a gingerbread house sponge thingy. It was on sale. It was normally, regular price was $8.49 and it was $4. So I thought that was super cute because it just holds the sponge. So definitely really adorable. So it doesn't really match my gingerbread. That's what I'm saying is like, you have to, now they're making it to where you have to decide what kind of gingerbread style you want. Because now there's like, if you try to intermingle it, it's kind of really, noticeable. And last but not least, in terms of this bag, I did find a couple of mugs that I was carrying around as I was walking through the store. And I was like, I don't know. I do that all the time. I find stuff, I put it in my cart, I walk around with it, and I'm like, meh. So this was the only one that I really saw, and I did not see a boy. So let me know at Hobby Lobby if they do have a boy, but this was the only one that I could see, and this was $5. So it's super cute. I just thought it was super adorable, and I want a collection of different gingerbread cups. Or mugs, sorry, I always say cups. But this was just absolutely adorable. And again, if you guys know, if you shop at Hobby Lobby all the time and you do know that there is a boy, let me know because I do want to pick it up. But all they had was 2 girls, so I just grabbed the girl. Now I have like all this different variety of gingerbread, which is fine. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, moving on to just a couple more things and then I will let you go. So as far as the candy cane tree, I do have some red ornaments coming from Walmart, and as soon as I get those in, I will definitely share them with you as in the next episode. I'll be dressed differently. But for now, I was walking all around the store looking for black, looking for green, and looking for red, the crimson dark flocked ones. She kept telling me. And then I said, well, I'm looking for matte. And she goes, well, just walk around the store and look up on top of the shelves and see if you can find anything. I couldn't find a damn thing. So all I found was these that I thought were really pretty. And actually I found this other, after she kind of climbed up there, I felt bad because I saw that there was an aisle full of like white, and I was able to I could have just went to that shelf and got them. But anyway, I got these, and like I said, with our candy cane tree, I'm looking to make it more like kind of classy sort of. These have like little snowflakes on them. So although it's a candy cane tree, there's still going to be Santa on the other side. So I figured these would go really well on the tree. And these were actually not bad. They were $15 though, but you get 12. I think you get 12. No, you get 16. Do you get 16? I think it's 16. Yeah, you get 16 pieces for $12. So that's really nice, actually. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to be implementing like off-white, white, and red. And the red that I'm going to be doing, like I said, is going to be a deep red. See, so it's not like I showed you this earlier from a different video, because I'm pre-filming these all at the same time. But see how that red is not quite red. I mean, it's red, but it's not like, it's kind of deeper. And that's what I want. I want to divert with the cream or the champagne away from the stark white, even though that is a candy cane. So I'm trying to make sure that I implement some cream or off-white in the tree. And that's going to be fine because I got some pillowcase covers that they're not exactly white. And so it will all come together when the tree and the living room is done. I don't know how well it's going to blend with that ugly gray thing there. I mean, the problem is my mom and I sat down. couple of days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. But she was like, it was kind of cool because I didn't think she noticed, but she did notice, which was awesome. And she goes, she was really unhappy with it. And I'm glad she said that because she's like, we have just a series of different colors of furniture in there and it looks horrible. And I was so happy she said that because I was like, and it's kind of interesting because before she brought her furniture in, my furniture was here, and my furniture is oatmeal. It's like a creamish, it's like an off-white, with a little teeny teeny bit of like a very light tan, but it's more white looking. And she liked that. She liked it, but she was so insistent on bringing her own furniture here that I was like, are you sure you want to use your furniture? I mean, and I wasn't trying to put down her furniture or anything, but I was just saying white just goes so much better in this house because everything's white. And she was like, no, I got to have my furniture. And I said, well, so we brought it in, and then she was like, it just doesn't go. So how we're going to remedy that is I went on Amazon to buy some sofa covers. We'll see how those work out. I don't even know. Okay. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we're going to try it. So we shall see. And hopefully I've ordered the right colors that won't ruin everything. So we'll see what happens. They're not that expensive, luckily. I mean, I think I can get 2 for like $80 or something like that. So I'm hoping that I can, because all she has is a love seat and an oversized chair. And I know that if I put some, sofa covers or a chair cover or whatever it is over the sofas, I think I might be able to pull it off, but we'll see. Because I don't like sofa covers unless they're like a canvas or a really nice quality material that has a skirt that looks exactly like a sofa. So some of these covers on Amazon and places like that, they look like a fitted sheet, and they just make everything look very, very terrible. So I don't know how that's going to pan out, but I'm going to do my best for y'all. Okay. So the other set of ornaments I got were these, and again, we're going to have like a series of different whites, clears, things like that. I was going to get 2 of these, and I thought I would just get 1 at first and see what they look like. And the reason why I didn't want to go too wild with these is because they're silver. But luckily, these clear ones that I just showed you have silver. Like, if you can see this here, let me move here. Hold on one second. I can't do both. Okay, so like I said, see, these have like a silver tip to them or whatever at the top, and these have like a white, they have like a silver speckle on them. So it's not really what I wanted. This whole thing this whole thing that I'm doing with this tree was not what I planned. It's not, but I guess I just waited too late, so everything I'm picking is random. It's not what I thought, but sometimes when you do that, you end up with a masterpiece. So we'll see. We don't know how it's going to work out, but we shall see. So we'll see how we should tweak it. Once we put what we have on there, we'll do our best and see how we can make it work. If it needs, I think we should at least have 1 or 2 flocked types of ornaments on there to even it out, so it's not too glam. That's my worry, is that this tree is going to be too glamorous and too shiny and too, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be like that. So that's why I was so adamant about buying either matte or either flocked. Flocked was what I was looking for because flocked is what is trending. Or flocked meaning velvet. So we'll see, because I guess I was under the impression they were called flocked. But if you also go on Google and look up velvet ornaments, you're going to see the same thing. So we'll have to see. But tonight, before I go to sleep, I'm definitely going to look online and see if I can find some flocked ornaments in all the colors that I need. I did find them on Walmart, but the problem with that is that they were coming from China, and what was very interesting about that is I found every color I needed, and I was like, ooh, they're so affordable. They weren't very big, but that was okay. But what that seller wanted to do on Walmart was charge me shipping per box, even though it was coming from the same seller, the same place. They wanted to charge me $8 in shipping a box. And I thought, that's silly. Like, if I'm ordering multiple colors and you're going to be putting it all in a box, why would you charge me $7 or $8 or $9 per box? That's just crazy. So I decided not to go with that seller. Then I found out that Michael sold the flocked or velvet ornaments, and so did Target. but those Michael's is sold out pretty much everywhere. And the one that's selling on Target is a third-party seller from China. So there you go again. You know what I mean? I think Target does have some flocked ornaments in store. I haven't been in there. So we'll see. I'm going to scour the internet tonight before I go to sleep. Which, girl, I am getting like, I've been up since this morning and I've been going and it's almost 1 a.m. So I'll let you know. Obviously, I'll be decorating the tree here on this channel and you'll be able to see everything. Okay, so the first set of pics that I got are for the Ralph Lauren tree. Now, Ralph Lauren, remember, is green, blue, and black. So I was able to score these. These are a little bit of a lighter blue, so I don't even know if they're going to work, but I think once they're up on top of the tree, they'll be fine. And then I got these velvet pom-pom type of picks to go on the top of that tree. These are just black, so that's fine. I think they'll work. We don't need anything fancy. So just imagine, like all these together on the top of the tree. That's how I was kind of doing it, So we'll put the blue ones in the back and the black in the front. And then all we need to add is green because that's part of the plaid. So if I can find a deep green like this, like a hunter green that's matte like that, I think that'll work. I didn't see anything green like that. Another thing that may work is maybe a greenery piece. Might work, to blend in with the Ralph Lauren plaid. That's what I was thinking. So if I can't find a pick that's green like that, because a lot of times when you go into Hobby Lobby and you see the picks, a lot of them are like a really bright lime green or like a classic green. And that's not what I was looking for. So this is part of how I was going to do the top of the tree. This might not be enough. We'll have to see. And then if it's not, though, I'll just go back and get more. But for now, I just need to make sure these work. If they don't work, I'm going to take them back. But, so I'll probably play with the tree in my vlog or something, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I kind of don't want to do that until the tree is decorated, right? You don't put the topper on until the end. So these were $4.99 regular price, 50% off, so that made them $2.99. Some of them were $2.49 because they were $4.49 and then $2.25 or whatever. And then these also were blue is new for me because I don't mess with blue. So these were $2.99, 50% off. These were $4.49, 50% off. They didn't come in dark brown chocolate. They didn't come that color, or I would have bought chocolate. But they did, because of the bear thing. But they didn't come in that. So I just figured I would just use them this way. And like I said, I'll just get like a hunter green piece and just add that to it. If not, then I'm going to add the greenery to it and just put it on the top. So that was my plan for the guest room. So these frosted berries were $1.99, so these were 99 cents a piece. So I went ahead and got 4. I got 4 of these. So I could also go back and get more. I could go back and get more, but these were really pretty. So I got these. These are just frosted berries. And then I got the candy cane topper. Now, these come with very, very long stems. I was going to get 3. I don't know why. I think I just decided to get 2 because I didn't want to overwhelm the tree. So the way that I plan to do it is like put these together like that. I will probably trim them, just so you know. And then I will put these berries, which are completely not... They don't match, I get it, but if you bear with me here, then you can see, how you can do it. You can kind of put them together like that, if that makes any sense. So you might not think that goes. I don't know. We'll have to see once it's up on the tree. I don't know. It may look completely retarded. I don't know. But I kind of wanted to play with it, like that. And just see what I could do. Because you can always add, you know what I mean? Like if I don't like the candy cane type thing or whatever, I can take that off completely and just use berries at the top. But that's kind of how I was thinking about doing it. It looks kind of wild, but I don't know. It could work, right? We'll see. See, I have the peppermint picks already. So, and then I have some of these as well. I don't have a lot because I don't overpower my tree with, stuff like that. I don't do that. So, I like very subtle, just like this up here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me put I don't want to take them down. Let me put the camera on the top of the tree and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's what I was talking about is I have candy cane picks already from Hobby Lobby that I've had for a couple years now. So I also have the gingerbread ribbon. And, you know, like I said, I don't like to overpower the top of my trees. I just like to get the very minimum. So what I would really like to do is find some gingerbread picks and swap out the candy canes for gingerbread picks. And then we'll see, you know, how that works out. But when I was at Hobby Lobby, I didn't see any gingerbread picks. So since we're doing candy cane in one room and gingerbread in the other, I figured we would just keep the candy canes up there. Okay, so now that you've seen the candy cane picks that I was talking about and also my plans to tweak the tree, let me know if you guys know of a place I can look at that has gingerbread picks. If Hobby Lobby has them, let me know. But my Hobby Lobby, I've been to 2 and they did not have any. They didn't have any tree picks. They didn't have any... and I went to 2 locations. So we have a smaller location here and then we have like a really large location. And both locations as of the 20th of November are wiped out. They have nothing. They're really sold out of a lot. And so everything they have is very minimal. I would say probably 70% of the gingerbread collection that they have are sold out. There are trinket trays and, you know, things that went viral that are still there. But the majority of accent pieces, like those spoons, you know, people use for their coffee bar, just a ton of different types of things weren't there. So, and, you know, I'll be tweaking the house as the days go by for sure. Like I ran into Home Goods and I forgot to buy the cocoa sticks, you know, I forgot to buy I think it's called peppermint crunch or something. I was looking for that, you know, to fill up my little jars here. And also I want to there's a couple things I've seen on socials that just look interesting to add to your coffee bar. But also one of the things that everybody gets usually every year from Hobby Lobby are the gingerbread spoons. You know, they're spoons that people usually put in something small and I can't find those either. And then also another thing that floored me about Hobby Lobby is I couldn't find any ribbon. I was like, what is happening? Like, where is everything at? Everything was sold out. Everything in Hobby Lobby, everything. Like there was no red ribbon, there was no green ribbon, there was no blue ribbon, and I'm talking about the ribbon that has no wire in it that you can just, you know, use and it droops. There was none of it. And I was shocked. I was like, and that's when I talked to a manager and I was like, what is happening with the store? And she goes, we've been sold out for over a week now. She goes, we can't keep anything on the shelves and we're like getting nervous because this year has just been crazy. She said, we keep having to take inventory and we just don't have enough inventory to sell. And I was like, that's crazy. She goes, we just don't know what happened this year, but things are just literally selling out and nobody's really getting anything that they want. So that's going to force people to shop at other places. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, as I mentioned in the past episodes, is I have to keep like looking online and trying to find things. So, but stay tuned for the next episode because I am, as I mentioned in the previous videos, I'm going back to Home Goods to get the teddy bear. I'm just going to get those teddy bear mug things and call it a day. I was kind of looking for the teddy bear. I wanted to put 2 teddy bear nutcrackers in the guest room on the nightstands. I thought that would be really cute with like some kind of wooden tree or something, you know, either flat or round or something like that. And then I thought maybe a candle on each side and just have them in sync, you know. But I can't find anything. So I'm going to go ahead and use those coffee cups as accents because they're the closest thing that I could find to the Ralph Lauren teddy bear. I mean, I know I think the Ralph Lauren teddy bear is tall and skin and thin, and these are just mugs with lids on them, but they'll work. It's fine. Nobody goes in that guest room anyway. So as long as the room looks presentable and everything, that's what I think I'm going to do with that room. But like I said, if you have any ideas as I go along, please let me know. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've done thus far. If I've, you know, as I do it, once I put the video out, please share your thoughts on the way I decorated. I would love to hear how you feel about it. Let me know what themes are you doing for Christmas. I would love to know. What color schemes are you doing? Do you just kind of stay traditional every single year and you like the decor? Did you restock? Did you reset? Did you donate? Did you buy new stuff? I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Stay tuned. There is more to come. Walmart, we got Temu, we've got more Hobby Lobby. We're going to have more Target for sure. So just stay tuned. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smile because it's contagious, and I'll see you next time. Bye.